Hey guys, welcome back to Evike Tech Corner. Today I'm going to show you how to disassemble and clean your G39. I'm going to first start by removing your body pins. Pull off your mag well and the lower receiver. You're going to fold your stock over. Pull the spring guide and bolt assembly out. You'll want to start by giving the bolt carrier a nice wipe down, as they are common to build up a lot of dirt and grime. And then you'll want to do the same thing with the lower receiver. This one's a little more complex, as there's the gears for the selector, your hammer and everything else. Just give that a wipe down. You want to get all the extra lubricant and any debris and stuff out of here. So you want it to be very, very clean inside. Look for maybe some damaged bearings or anything while you're in here too. Okay, so this guy's fairly clean, not too bad. And then you'll want to move to the inside. There's a track in here that the bolt will actually travel on right here. You'll want to get in here and wipe this track down. Get in there really thoroughly. There's a couple grooves and sometimes it's a little difficult to get in there, but you want to get in there because this stuff I'm pulling out right now is actually really bad. It's going to bind up and cause jamming issues. Your next step, see if I can get you on camera here, is to get inside of here and get your hop-up unit and the bucking inside of the hop-up unit. Get that nice and clean too. Once you have everything cleaned out, you want to get your silicone-based lubricant. Start off by lubricating the bucking first. Just want a couple shots, nothing too much. And then on the tracks for the bolt carrier, just want a little bit, and then down the sides as well. You don't want a whole lot. It shouldn't be dripping off or anything like that. Just real fine. Next, want to get the bolt carrier assembly. This square hole here, just put a couple shots inside, and very lightly you should be able to pull on this and move it. You don't want to pull too hard. There's a spring back here that you can damage. And once you pull it out to a certain distance, you're going to reveal an O-ring. It's right here. You want to put a little bit of lubricant on that too. And that's about all you really want on here. You don't want a whole lot of lubricant inside of this nozzle assembly because you're just going to collect dirt and cause it to jam. Your next place you're going to want to lubricate is actually down the guide rails. And then underneath here, you can see this one's already got a little bit of wear. Just put a little bit, and then across the bottom tracks as well. This section down here, you can actually use a lithium grease for the bottom, but you want it to be really, really fine. So I can show you that real quick. If you do use a lithium grease, make sure you're not globbing it on. This is a high wear area on a lot of these open bolt systems, so the lithium grease does work fairly nice. Alright, once you have that assembly completed, we'll come back to the lower receiver now. You're going to want to get into the selector switch gears themselves. Very lightly clean those out, or sorry, lubricate those. And then the hammer spring right here, you'll want to get some lubricants on there. And then inside of here, I'm sorry, this is the sear spring. Your hammer spring is going to be inside, in between, on either side of this hammer. Now you don't want to over lubricate it, you just want it really light. Over lubrication can actually cause more problems than it's worth. Once you have this lubricated, you can now reinstall your bolt carrier. Push that all the way forward. You can grab your lower receiver and get this guy dropped in. And then your mag well. And for the last step, what you want to do is, this one's a little more complicated to clean. I like to compress the spring as far as I can and just get out all the gunk and everything. This will bind out, especially if you play outdoors. You're going to get a lot of debris building up in this over time. And then again, just use a silicone-based lubricant. Very lightly spray it and make sure it's all on the spring and on the spring guide. You don't want that dry. It'll bind the spring up. Go ahead and reinstall this guy. Reinstall the rear body pin. And this is just something personal that I like to do. Grab it, and you want to chamber it as many times as you can. Just, what you're going to do is work the lubrication throughout it. And if you over lubricated it, you'll actually get some lubrication starting to build up inside of the mag well here, and as well on the side of the bolt. This should be dry. You should never have lubrication leaking through here or up top. If it is, you over lubricated it. So just move it around a few times. That's a good way to test. So I'm good to go. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.